Hello, hello. This is Kristina, your host today, and this is a new episode of KSM Podcast, Doing Business Online with Kristina. And today I'm so pleased and I'm so honored to have my special guest speaker, far away from New Zealand, Lady Marijana Jovanovic. Marijana, welcome to the new episode of KSM Podcast.
Thank you very much, Kristina, and I'm so glad to be again here with you and on your podcast. I'm really honored to be invited again by you. I'm very, very happy to share whatever comes up today. That's in
Thank
my
you.
belief.
Thank you
It's
for
important.
joining. And today's a little bit my style is with my long hair. So it's a little bit
It's
different.
beautiful.
Thank you so much. And yeah, and tell us a little bit about you. Introduce yourself.
So, as you said, I'm here in New Zealand, in Auckland, living for last 7 years. I'm originally from where Kristina is, from ex-Yugoslavia, from Serbia, originally from Kragujevac. I moved here, 27 years ago. And yeah, I'm calling New Zealand my home now. Um, I am currently practicing as a naturopath and energy healer, seeing one-to-one clients, helping them to achieve their optimal wellness and balance their all four bodies. But I wasn't all throughout all my career into the natural health and naturopathy. I started in science part of the world. Started in mostly that was industrial chemistry, working in different places, gone into the environmental science, working in the government, in environmental protection agencies. Had a short part and experience as a secondary teacher in chemistry, as a chemistry teacher back home in Serbia. But then when I come back, immigrated here in New Zealand, I was improving my English first and work again in a very different fields. Again with the children, I really love children. So working as a teacher aide in the kindergartens. Then I worked in the banking system. I worked in lending services. That means with the mortgages when people buy the houses. So I experienced also that. Then I moved again into the science, going back into the environmental science, study again postgraduate and masters in environmental science here in Auckland, and worked for a good period of time, about 10 years in air quality area and air quality protection and consents, compliance. But all of this time, uh, was always interested about researching and reading about nutrition, about natural health. And by that time, I already had my son. He was a toddler, started having some issues with health, mostly eczema and allergies. Then my parents had for a long period issues with the chronic diseases. So I was always interested how I can help. In a different way, natural way, away from the traditional pharmaceutical drugs and masking only symptoms of the health problem, health issue. So then I ended up studying naturopathy, nutrition, and medical herbalism, and I finalized that. I started practicing and seeing clients from my own home clinic. That was just before COVID knocked on and all those lockdowns. So currently I'm practicing from a beautiful space of the multidisciplinary holistic clinic here in Auckland, and seeing clients there. In the meantime, I also finalized the certificate in energy healing, in shamanic energy healing, and I also provide those services for my clients. So basically, what I like to do, I like to help whoever come cross the paths with me, and whoever needs my help is to balance all four bodies. So we have physical, we have energy body, we have emotional, mental body, and we need to balance all four bodies to be able to achieve that optimal wellness. Why is important to balance those bodies, and why is important especially to balance physical body? Because our bodies have innate ability to heal itself, and if we don't achieve that balanced state, if we don't put our bodies in that balanced state, then nothing will improve. If we're having issues, if you're having symptoms, if you are suffering from chronic diseases, if you can't sleep, if you have low energy, etc., we can't improve that until we achieve that balanced state for our physical bodies, for our all four bodies. And in that point, our body have that innate ability to heal itself, and that healing will start. So that's the main perspective from which I'm working. Another important thing for me is always to look and identify underlying cause of somebody's health issues, problem. And what is important when we identify that underlying cause is to remove that in the underlying cause, or mitigating underlying cause, and then everything else will start again, fall into place. And that's how we will slowly go into improvement and removal of those symptoms. So not just masking the symptoms. We want to remove the actual issue that possibly causing problems for whatever somebody comes and ask and inquire help for.
You share.
So that's really, in general,
you share such amazing
what I do.
Part of when you mentioned that you have done many things, and I just want to share as a recap. You were in banking, you were in chemistry board, and all those kind of things, and finally to your family experience and issues with the eczema and allergies with you mentioned about your son. That's what because I always ask my guest speakers what triggered them to start that, and you were really triggered by your family, by your son, what was there, and you started your naturopathy.
Yes, I was searching for helping, for natural ways to really improve health and issues that my son had and my parents had. So sometimes you can succeed with that with your family or friends. What is important to understand for anybody, family, friends, or even clients, it's important to know that if that's somebody who we really want to help and trying to help and put effort to help them, I wish that for anybody. But if that person is not at that stage of their life, if they're not ready to make changes in their life, that's not going to happen. I'm here to provide support. I'm here to provide how I can help, my knowledge, support and help all throughout the path to the optimal wellness and optimal health. However, if that person is not in that stage yet to make those changes, that's not going to happen, because everybody has to have really, they have to make changes. They have to manage their own health. They have to make changes. I can't do that for them. I'm here to support and help, and I'm 100% happy to do that. And
you're really
when you
right.
are matched somebody who is ready to do that, that magic is happen. That magic is possible, and there are magic out there. So then they will see the results because they are happy to make changes, in small changes that doesn't need to be big changes, small changes in their everyday life.
You know, when I met you online in one Facebook group, and I was, as you mentioned, you're from the same country, basically from Serbia, and I said, okay, this is a new online friend, and we already started our connection. And I want to share here in this episode today that you really helped me through my health issues, and special with sleeping. Area, because I work mostly in my nighttime, that, and this is not good for health. And I'm of course I know about it. And sometimes people, we as an entrepreneur, we really need, and we have obligation to think about ourselves, to think about our body, about health issues, mental issues, and this is so important. I mean, and sometimes when I always go there, I always remember how we were working, how you helped me a lot, and always have in mind, okay, you really need to help your real sleeping pattern, because that is so important.
Yeah, of course, it's important. And yeah, I always remind Kristina about it. I always tell her off about it. But yeah, she's finding her own balance. But it is so sleep. It's one of the puzzles of health and how we feel. It's the most important, one of the most important puzzles. You can't really say that sleep is only one and most important, but it's the one of the puzzles that needs to be balanced, that needs to be improved if somebody having issues with that first, because we need to have a restorative sleep. We need to have those 7-8 hours of, talking about on average during the night of restorative sleep. Otherwise, we can't function. Maybe we can function after 1 or 2 nights that we are not sleeping. But if somebody constantly have issues with waking up during the night, can't fall asleep, so doesn't have that restorative sleep, their body will give up. Their body will start showing off some breakages or some symptoms on different parts in area in their life. So you won't be able to concentrate properly and focus during your day. Your stress response, it's not going to be existent, so you'll be stressed, your energy going down. You won't have time and focus to concentrate and choose the nourishing diet, nourishing and good choices during the day for the diet, so that you can nourish your body and go forward and improve that. You will be really grabbing, because of low energy, because of not good sleep, you will be grabbing what is first available, simple sugar, simple carbohydrates to replenish that energy, what you are craving for, to go forward in your day, to achieve what you want to achieve, because we're all busy. This is time and everybody's busy, everybody's running from one thing to another thing, and that's the one of the main problems, because people don't take time for themselves. They don't take time to sit with themselves, to go inside themselves, to have that calm, at least for 10 minutes, But yeah, sleep is very important, and I always point that out. If we don't have a restorative sleep sorted out, nothing else will work. If we are trying to improve our nutrition and our diet, if you're trying to improve our gut health, if you're trying to improve and apply the exercise and movement, we will be tired for that during the day. We don't want to do up if you don't sleep for weeks and week properly, and don't have that restorative sleep during the nights. You won't have energy to go and exercise and move, and you won't have a desire to do many things in your life. So that's, I always say, first sleep, then we go and assess all other parts.
It's so good topic, just to share with our audience, because we're a human being and we really need to have restorative sleep, as you said. And Marijana, when you work with your clients, like as naturopath, as one-to-one, and now you mentioned that you have been working in one clinic in Auckland. What do you what are issues and problems of your clients? What they are really, I don't know what to say, complaining about, but what did you experience there, just to share with us? Maybe some of the audience will recognize it in terms of symptoms or something like that. And I always wanted from with my special guest speaker just to be kind of masterclass, because sharing your expertise and your knowledge and your experience, this is so important to our audience, to hear very, very different entrepreneurs from different fields.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's could be variety of things. Many of my clients come because of sleep, as we already mentioned. They don't have a good sleep. They're waking up during the night. They can't fall asleep. They're under the chronic stress and anxiety. That's the most often and common symptoms and complaint, or depression. The energy is so low. The diet and nourishment, there's no nourishment. Diet is really ad hoc. It's not regular. So that usually needs to be adjusted and changed if we start to work together. And on top of that, the most important thing is usually that the digestive system, the gut health, is imbalance. And why is that important? Because in our gut, our gut is seat of our immune system. So about 80% of our immune system is produced in the gut. And microbiomes, gut microbiome is, we all have in the gut, we have on the skin, we have in the mouth. So the gut microbiome is most important to be balanced. In cases of the high stress, adrenal fatigue, non-sleep, low energy, not very good diet choices, the gut microbiome would be in balance. That will trigger increase of inflammation in the gut and inflammation in the body because our immune system reacting that imbalance. Imbalanced gut microbiome means that what does it mean? We have let's say for simplicity, good and bad gut microbiome species, and we should have about 80% of good ones and 20% of the not so good ones, non-beneficial ones, basically beneficial and non-beneficial microbiome. If that is in balance, so the non-beneficial microbiome is increasing to 30-40%. And those non-beneficial microbiome is actually feeding on mostly on sugars and on simple carbohydrates. And that's why people are craving sugary foods, and they are wondering why I'm so craving on it, craving on simple carbs, because sugars are not just a white sugar, it's not just a chocolate, or it's any simple carbohydrates, any white pasta, cookies, muffins, all those kind of things that are made with simple carbs. So white flour, white rice, white pasta, etc. So if that's imbalance, that's possibly for many people one of the underlying causes that causing all the imbalances and issues and producing symptoms like bloating, gas, flatulence, possibly somebody suffering from the constipation, somebody else would suffer from diarrhea, or just alternatively, they have either constipation and diarrhea one day and 1 week, all changeable. They finding the food in the stool, they having issues going to toilet. And yeah, we discuss lots about bowel movements in my consultations, and we need to really understand that how bowel movements is happening, how bowel movements looks, how often a person have a bowel movements. It's very, very important actually part of assessment, and showing you also important part of your gut health. So yeah, that's mostly if that's the underlying cause. If that's imbalance, that can show up for some people on the skin. They can have a skin issue. They can have eczema, psoriasis. They can have a food intolerances and allergies. It can show up as sinus issues, and very often colds and flus that they're suffering from. It can show up as a low mood, anxiety, depression, because gut is connected with the brain. If there's inflammation in the gut, inflammation will go onto the skin or onto the brain. So that's the main things that I'm seeing in the clinic. On the other hand, some other the underlying causes that is actually causing all the havoc in somebody's health, and showing up as a different symptoms for different people. Could be also some unresolved emotional issues that we all have and that we all experience from our childhood, even from the time while we are in the mother's womb. So there are many of those emotional events that we experience, and that could be small, that could be huge, that we actually haven't resolved, that we just push inside of our body, and they are bubbling and pushing in our emotional body, affecting our energy body and blocking our energy centers, chakras. And then after some time, if that's unresolved, it's still sitting there, it will show up as a physical symptom on our physical body. So those things also are not easy to resolve. Could be resolved by energy healing, could be resolved also by the client on its own, if they want to put lots of energy into that, to want to put energy into going inside the cells, facing the issue, because all those unresolved emotional issues have really uncomfortable feelings connected to them. And that's why we are, as a human beings, we are avoiding to experience those uncomfortable feelings connected to those events, emotional events that we might experience. And that's why we are pushing all that in our body. So those things needs to be brought to the surface, faced up, acknowledged, and released. And then we can unblock our emotional body, unblock our energy body, and put again everything in balance. Another big, huge thing, stress. We are all exposed to stress, and we know that. And stress could be
can you
all
share
different.
with
It's a
us,
huge
let's say,
topic.
we cannot say definition of stress, but when we always say stress, people just, there are many different types or kind of stresses.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely many different types. And it's a huge topic, as I said, like gut health and gut digestive
Or emotional part, your
it's a
emotional
huge
body.
topic. So I'm just giving you just little bits
Yeah,
and
there are
bits
many
here because we
things.
don't have much time. Yeah. So stress, of course, there could be physical stress. It could be most of the time we're talking about emotional stress, so that's psychological emotional stress, but it could be also physical stress. And that physical stress, let's say, it's if somebody is doing lots of physical exercises. If somebody is doing, for example, gym exercises non-stop, too much, that can affect our body, and our body can recognize that as a stress, that they need to protect themselves from that stress. And people who are sometimes it's happened that who are going all non-stop to gym, people wants to reduce the weight, lose the weight, and that's not happening because, as I said, one of the reasons could be that their bodies recognizing that physical stress as something what they need to be protected from, and they putting, especially for women, they're putting the protective layers all around the body to protect from that physical stressor, what is affecting them all the time. Sometimes we need those slower ways of exercises, gentle
and as you
exercises with
mentioned, it's
more
very
breathing.
interesting for people who go to the gym and train and exercise. As you mentioned, that it's very interesting for our audience. Just think about it. Just don't do and don't be overwhelmed with that, because your body could be stressed and getting bad feedback. I mean, just like to get results. Maybe you can get negative results, just positive.
Yeah, that's right. And but that, as I said, that's not that everybody would experience that, and that everybody, because we are all so different. You have to understand that each one of us here in the world are unique. There's no two people that are same in this world, not identical twins, nobody. We are all totally different and unique. So everybody would respond to different things, to different type of stressors differently. Their physical body, their emotional body, or energy body is different. So somebody would respond as a stressor. Somebody's bodies would respond to too much physical exercise as a stressor. Somebody's not. The most common stress when we talk about stress is emotional stress. So that's the psychological emotional stress, when we are worried about something, when we are putting too much on our plate, when we are running from one place to another place, like a mad chicken trying to achieve 100 things on our list, when we don't maybe have that good structure about our obligations and what we want to achieve in our day. So as we know, we want to succeed. Today's the world, especially for women, want to succeed in their career, want to go and step on those career ladders, become managers, become successful, recognized. But at the same time, they want to have a family, to be mother, good mother, be good wife, partner, good daughter, look after the older parents, look after the family, provide the meals. It's lots to pack in one day.
Isn't that too stressful?
It's too much.
Stressful?
Yes, and that's could be very stressful, because woman today wants to achieve all of that. It wants to be good in all of these areas. If you just, and if I do, and I do sometimes asking that in some of my webinars, if you want to be the best manager in your job, and be best mom, best partner and wife, and best daughter, and have money in the bank, and be happy and have a smile on the face, would you like to be that person? Everybody would say yes, I'm sure. Everybody. Not that maybe everybody want to have too much money in the bank, but have everything sufficient to live. Or maybe not everybody wants to be a mother, but I'm saying in general. So everybody would say that yes, but it's hard to achieve for somebody. Everybody's circumstances are different. Somebody's doing something slower, somebody needs more time. And if we are not managing our time properly, that can end up, and usually end up as being under the chronic stress. Stress is existing here for us to be able to respond to the real danger, to real stress. If there is a lion in front of you, your body will respond to that stress response, what is called HPA axis, hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, when your body actually moving, producing lots of stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, and moving all those physically moving more energy into your legs, into your arms, into your brain, to go fast and run from that danger, and not putting energy into the digestion, into thinking, and into any of those other chemical reactions happening that moment in your body. So that's the stress response. That's the stress. That's why stress exists. But however, if we are constantly into that busyness, into that stress in everyday body, we will become be non-stop in that level of that stress response, HPA axis response, when our body don't put you down back after the injury is gone. You're non-stop in the stressful response. And what's happening after some time, your adrenal glands, which actually producing your stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, stop producing and reducing so higher or lower levels of stress hormones. Those stress hormones are going to be non-stop on a higher level. And you can imagine that definitely on a physiological level, also on our physical body affecting on negative way. And that means chronic stress. It's not good news for anybody. And so many of us, so many of the people running around under the chronic stress, and we in the natural health call that adrenal fatigue, when our adrenals doesn't really produce properly in a right time those stress hormones. So that's the huge effect, huge part, because it's very difficult to manage and it's very difficult to rebalance. There are simple ways for how we can do, but you have to find the time. You have to put time. That has to be done
to catch
consistently.
yourself to start
And
doing something
you
for
have
yourself.
to do it. Yeah. You have to really put it in your diary, in your list. Okay, this is the time for mindfulness practices. This is the time for my diaphragmatic breathing or my gratitude practice. And start doing it small, from 5 to 10 minutes, but do it every day. That's one of the things. So in general, the main thing for the stress and for the rebalancing our bodies and putting back into the optimal wellness is knowing how to love yourself, how to take care of yourself. Because we, especially women, we putting ourselves on the last place. As I said, family, children, job, career, dinner, partner, family, mother, father, to look after, friends. Everything is on the first place before us. And that has to change if you want to be happy, if you want to be full of energy, if you want to enjoy your life, enjoy your kids, enjoy your husband, partner, your family, your friends, and live longer, you have to take time for yourself. And that's the main thing what I'm trying to teach all my clients and anybody in my circle. In the world, take time for yourself. That self-care, probably everybody's saying, oh, I heard self-care is annoying. Yeah, call it however you want it, but take time during the day, every day for yourself. You have to slow down. That's the other thing. That will make you slow down. That will make you make breaks. So self-care could be anything. Could be a little break that you have from the work, what you do, from the housework, what you do. 5-10 minutes of sitting down, having the nice cup of tea, of herbal cup of tea, or nice sit down, and while you're having your cup of tea and you don't have time maybe to go and meet your friend for a cup of tea or coffee, you will sit down and have a talk over the phone with your friend, or having a nice play with your kids in the garden, in the park. Forget about, okay, this needs to be cleaned, this project needs to be finished. You have to schedule self-care. You have to schedule little breaks during your day. You
go swimming, do meditation, 5 minutes.
Yeah, anything what you're enjoying. Movement, yes, walk, meditation, whatever you like and enjoy, has to be scheduled every day. At least small amounts. It needs to be in smaller chunks, in the smaller times. But it's very important. You can't sustain yourself. You can't sustain if you're working like overtime. If you're working 30 hours per day, I mean everything. At work, at home, in the house, you can't sustain that. Over a period of time, you will burn out. And that's a huge word. Burnout is really existing, but it is really strong word, but that's happening when you don't have a good sleep, when you start having gut symptoms, bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, when you are feeling really low energy, when you are start having a low mood, anxieties, you feeling start having a brain fog, when you can't concentrate anymore, when you can't finish that project in the same amount of time like you were able to do that 6 months ago. Oh, what's happening? You start questioning yourself, what's going on with me? When you can't really feel that you are motivated because you're feeling all the time tired, and you can't focus. You can't motivate yourself. You can't motivate to finish the project. You can't motivate to do this at work. You can't motivate to do anything in the house. You start becoming angry, snappy at your kids and your partner or husband, and snappy at work. Don't have that nice conversation and relation, and enjoying your time at work and at home like you did before. That means that something is wrong. So that stress, chronic stress, and all other those bubbling emotional events happen still sitting in your four bodies, in your aura, are actually working hard, and all of those things like brain fog, low energy, low mood, your body is trying to tell you something, that you didn't take care of yourself, that something needs to be changed. You have to really pay attention to those noises, to those little signs and symptoms that going around, because that means that it's time to see what's going on, what's wrong, why you're not yourself like you felt 6 months or 12 months
Why I'm
ago
not the same
or 2 years
person?
ago. Yeah,
Something happened.
something is going on. Something is going on. But why is that happening? It's happening because we are not taking care of ourselves. We're not putting ourselves in first place. It's so important to understand, if we don't put ourselves on first place, if we don't love seriously ourselves, if we don't know how to drop into our heart, to love ourselves, we won't be able to sustain that energy and take care about anybody else, take care about our business, to take care about our children, our family, uh, about anything, because we not taking care of ourselves, we're not loving ourselves. We can't share that love if there is no love in our heart for ourselves. So that's very, very important. So I'm just sharing this to for other people to understand that this is not the way how we live this life today. And that was totally different 100 years ago, when we were not all the time in front of the screens, which is affecting us, of course, not all the time attached to our phones, all the time running on, as I said, on adrenaline, trying to finish this project, coming home, cleaning, cooking, spending the time with the family, sleeping, not having quality sleep, restorative sleep, running, getting up earlier so we can finish some more. So that's not a way how we can sustain that energy. We might be able to run like that for 6 months, 12 months, some people even longer. But then that's happening, breakdowns, something happening. This symptom show up, this symptom, then you start going to the seeing medical doctors, seeing this one, or this one will help me, acupuncture, this one, and you're trying to resolve that on your own. But as I said, until you find what is that underlying cause, what is the problem, and slowly going back to your old self, nothing will change. You might be able to mask some of those symptoms for some time with some medication, with some massage, with some chiropractor movement. So this pain, aches, symptoms, signs might be masked for some time,
but
again,
it's so temporary. I mean,
this means again is there, and it's gonna burst somewhere else, because your body, your higher self also trying to tell you, okay, it's time to slow down. It's time to pay attention what I'm telling you. we have to listen to ourselves and our bodies. They are always telling us, giving us signs. How many times it's happened to somebody in the middle of so many things what they do at work, at home, and planning, and they from out of nowhere they just stupidly fall down and break the leg or break the arm or something like that. That's just our universe and our body's trying to tell us, okay, you need to slow down. You need to slow down.
Because we don't know how it's going to, our body will respond. Because we are, I can do it, do this, I can do that, I'm overwhelmed, go there, doing, hurry up, and after that you say, okay, see that someone have some problem, I'm good, I don't be like that, just like I'm good. You see that someone that has a heart attack or brain or something like that. And they say, okay, this is not going to be with me. It's not happened to me, but, and people sometimes just have a heart attack, like how we can say it, high blood pressure, and other things. So this is a way how we live. And
yes. And that's, as I said, all of these things what I mentioned, and also the food what we eat, nutrition that we intake, have again another huge impact on it, and that's the things what we can change. We can look into what we're eating. We can look how we eat. We can reduce stressors during the day, but coming from the food, like caffeine, coffee. I love coffee. Not gonna say okay, eliminate totally, but if you're having 3-4 cups per day, that's too much. Because caffeine is producing more of your stress hormones, of your cortisol. Don't have a coffee first thing in the morning. Have a coffee after your first meal. That's important, because again, that's imbalancing your blood sugar levels and causing those spikes of sugar levels going up. You're feeling full of energy for some time, hour and a half, but then after that, oops, energy going down, and you're feeling wow, low mood, low energy, because blood sugar levels going down. Everything is low, and then again, you want, of course, to feel again good and at normal level. You're grabbing those sugary treats. You're having the simple carb for the whatever meal coming, lunch. And that's again another spike will happen, up blood sugar levels. Then you, for some time, you find here another coffee, you find here, but then again, poof, down. So there is a ways how that could be really rebalance and balance, and that's what I also teach my clients and whoever
it's
is
Marijana,
open
it's very interesting,
for changes.
I think that we can organize and schedule new podcasts and talk about the food, about the stress.
As I said,
have
each one of this area of our
topics.
lives are huge topics, and needs attention, and possibly there's lots of space for changes, so the people can adjust those things so that it can rebalance their life and feel balanced. And why I'm talking about it, why we want to be balanced, why we want to have optimal health, because that's when we're going to be happy. That's when we're going to enjoy our lives. Why we are here if we are not enjoying our life? Why we are here if we are just rushing from one thing to another thing, blindly achieving, and then boof, something happened. Yes, because
and we cannot enjoy that because
something.
we have
How are you going to enjoy that? You're not enjoying any of those moments in your life, what you are achieving.
Simplify things, do simple things for yourself to be happy, not just only.
It is simple. Seriously, so many of those changes that I teach my clients are simple changes, but just has to be taken on the board and just has to be implemented. And I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that has to be done all at the same time. We're doing small steps. It has to be done through small steps, because you done what you done in your life over a long period of time, all those changes,
and you cannot do it over the night.
Adding more.
You need
can't be done overnight. I don't have a magical wand. You don't have a magical wand to change your life overnight yet. Maybe that will be invented. I don't know, but what I'm saying, patience is important. People want to change when they don't feel well, something overnight, but that can't happen overnight, because all those changes, what's happened to your whole bodies, happen over the long period of time, because you didn't look after yourself, you didn't look after your body. So that's why it will take some time to identify, remove, mitigate that underlying cause, and slowly put your four bodies into the balance again. So that's what I'm saying. Some people are not ready for that, to patiently do those changes in the small steps. And that's how that works. And that's okay. Not everybody's on the same stage of their beliefs, minds, same stage of their life, and they're not going to be ready. Some of them will be ready for that, some of them are not. So that's very important to understand. Nothing can happen overnight. Even if you go to the doctor and getting that medication and you think it will help you overnight, yes, some symptoms might disappear for some time, but as I said, something else will show up in the different parts of the body because of that, because you're suppressing something, what is a symptom, but suppressing what your body trying to tell you. So yeah. And what I forgot about last bit, again, very important, environmental toxins. Environmental toxins that we are exposed to everywhere in our life. They are in our food, they are in air, they are in our soils, they are in our water, they are in everywhere, wherever we turn around. They're in our clothes, what we are wearing. So there are, again, ways, they're in cleaning products, in personal hygiene products. There's so many toxins there that are the really part of ingredients, or all of these things that we are using, eating, wearing every day. And there are, again, at the same time, many today products available, natural products available with the natural ingredients, so that we can make a choice. We can choose those natural products, and we can reduce that exposure to environmental toxins, because our environmental toxins are another negative part, influence that is weighing down our body, because it's affecting all chemical processes in our body, affecting our gut health, affecting anything in our body, imbalancing our body, affecting our detox organs and system, liver and kidneys, because our detox system and our detox organ prioritizing to remove those toxins that we are every day intaking and wearing, and it's coming through if it's coming through your skin, that's the same like you are putting in your mouth and eating, because skin is our biggest organ. It will immediately go into your cells, go into your bloodstream. So yeah, another huge topic again.
Thank you
Lots to
for
learn there,
sharing.
and lots to
It's so
change.
varied what you're sharing today,
Yeah.
that this is such a huge,
Yeah.
such a big topics, and just we can speak about it many hours, with your experience and your
And yeah.
expertise.
And it sounds simple, isn't it? It sounds that we all know that. We know that
But
there are
we
some
need to have
toxins around us
awareness
that we
about
are
it.
inhaling and
We always promise
eating. Yeah.
ourselves that we'll start with something, but sometimes we start and after that we forget it. We don't have time, always no excuses. If you wanted to achieve something for yourself, if you're not good, if you're not healthy for you, who will take care about you? Just if you don't care about self, or if we don't take care about ourselves. So this is
Exactly.
important.
Yes. Yes. And that's the important part. That's the main part, where to start from. Realizing that you need attention, that you are the one who needs to attention, and possibly needs to slow down, and possibly needs to look into
and make changes
what's going on
and change habits.
Yeah, changing habits. Yeah, and that's why when I see the one-to-one clients, that's why my initial appointment, initial consultation is hour and a half, because we're going through somebody's life thoroughly. We're going into all area. I'm not looking only into your medical history or health history, or we're going through everything, through your family life, social life, emotional events, stress levels, energy levels, medications, supplements that you're taking currently, anything that possibly could affect how you feel, and all areas, what I just already mentioned, of course, diet, of course, sleep, energy, environmental toxin exposure, anything. So that's why I like to gather as much as possible. That's how natural practitioners usually work and do. Gather as much as possible information about somebody's life and what is possibly affecting them and what is possibly that underlying cause, so that we can start working from there and go up and improve
how
that.
how audience can connect with you? They can connect. I will put all info about you, like your website. It's www. Can you help? Can you help me with that?
Yeah, it's www change naturopathy, one word, changenaturopathy.co.nz. So yeah, that's my business called Change Naturopathy, as I believe really that change and attending the change in your life and attending any kind of change is very brave and very important for anybody. So even smaller changes and adjustment in your life are important. And when you're ready for
social media,
that,
how people can
magic will
join.
happen.
You're on Instagram, I mean, on Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yes. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is change_naturopathy, and on Instagram there's a change naturopathy. Yeah, so that's what you can find me. But yeah, through the website you can always
And people and
book
audience can connect with you for the free consultation, I mean.
Yes, that's what I'm starting to say. Yeah, there is a booking links on through my website where you can always book the free chat, 15 minutes, 20 minutes free chat, and we can see if
this is
you just want to have a
present
chat.
for our
You're very
audience.
welcome.
15 minutes
Or
free
if
chat.
you see
Just
if I can
please
help.
connect with Marijana. She can help you a lot about balancing your health and to change your habits. And also, I know that you run your webinar. It's for free. Can you share with us about it? Maybe we'll be so. I was last week with you. It was amazing on your webinar. So just can you share tips about it, just for our audience, just to know about it and get deep more? If you go to Marijana's webinar, you will have chance to hear much more about gut, about all those kind of things. She will share there, and you get much more knowledge about it.
Yes, that was the start of the free webinars that I would like to invite people just to explain that and present that I will be running the actually one course starting in end of February next year. What would be balance and energize 5 easy steps to restore your health and happiness, and it will run over 10 weeks, and that's why I decided, okay, I will run the free webinars and invite anybody and explain what and how I can help with, and see if anybody interested to come for the actually the course that will run over 10 weeks from end of the February, where actually I would be talking mostly what I mentioned, most of these things what I mentioned today in the conversation with Kristina, especially for somebody who is feeling like I explained, down, burnout, tried many things and don't know where to go, which doors to knock on, and don't know where to start on their own to improve for somebody that might be can't sleep, so everything else. Anybody they would have a maybe brain fog and that can't focus and concentrate, can't do what I've done in the same amount of time like before. So if any of those issues, any of those symptoms, possibly digestive symptoms is bothering you, any of things like that. So in that course, we will systematically going over all of these areas of our life that needs to be adjusted, assessed, put back into the balance. And there would be some free things available. Obviously, I will be running free. I will be running once per week Zoom call when I will be presenting about one topic, and next week we would have a Zoom call with all your questions when you go over the material what you will have in the handbook what I would provide, and many other things available there
And
during that
you
course.
have
So
also,
if you're interested, just connect with
people
me
can
and
connect
book the call.
about that course and also about your webinar via your website. I mean, they can find that information on your website about your free webinar.
On the website about webinar. No. If you would like to find more about the course, just book the free call and we can chat about it.
Okay, I will put all those information.
Next free webinar, I'm not sure if I might run another one in December. Haven't decided yet because here where I am, it's already started being busy about Christmas and New Year's. So everybody's in a.
And do you plan to do it much more after Christmas season in January?
Yeah.
Or after holidays?
January, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I run another, you will know that, Kristina. I'll put also on your
I will put all those
media.
information. And before we ramp up our call today, our interview podcast, do you have any final message for our listeners to take care about, or if they wanted to start business but they are so with their issue and health issues or anxiety, whatever, or they don't have too much, don't believe in themselves? What do you have as a final message to share with or to encourage them to start following their dreams and goals?
Yes, my final message is to really understand how important it is to take care of yourself, to practice self-care every day. How is important to slow down and get inside yourself, because you have to understand that nobody else got a right answer for you on any question in your life that you have but you. So you are the one who can slow down, practice mindfulness. Doesn't need to be meditation with closing eyes and everything. Go for a walk, go inside, be quiet, get in touch with your intuition. Practice to get in touch with your intuition and get the answers on all your questions that you have from inside yourself, from higher self, from your higher self. And that's the only right answers that you can get. So for that, you need to slow down. You need to have a little breaks and slow down parts of your day every day. And you need to take self-care. You need to take care of yourself. Breaks are important during the day. Breaks are important during the week. Breaks are important during the year. Plan your next short trip. Even if you don't want to invest into the bigger holiday, make a short trip out of your town or out of your village. Go somewhere.
Go to the
make something interesting. So make a break of your everyday schedule, everyday routine. That's important. But yes, slow down, get in touch with intuition, and ask all questions that you have. Ask yourself, ask your higher self, and that's the best answer what you're gonna get. Nobody else knows the best answer for you. But if you need a support, I'm here to support you. I'm here with Marijana to help you. Yeah. But don't forget to really get in slow down, in peace, in touch with yourself and intuition. that's what you can start doing it. You can start giving yourself that 5-10 minutes.
This is present for yourself, from yourself to yourself.
Or book that massage, or book that chat and catch up with your friend. So book something new every week.
And change something, put something new in your life.
Yeah.
Marijana, I want to ask you,
that will be more exciting.
Maybe about, I will put some meditation, maybe if you can share with me, I will get it after this call. One, so let's say not just maybe guiding, but some meditation to like 5 minutes. And I would love to give it as a gift to our listeners, just to put a link to that meditation. Marijana will help you. She is amazing. I know her for many years now. She helped me. She will help you.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah.
Marijana, thank you so much. It was such a, we were, let's say 60 minutes today. It's full hour.
Oh, yeah, already. Yeah.
Already. Wow. It was such a masterclass webinar. However, thank you so much for joining. You share such amazing story and knowledges, and I'm super happy to have you today, and really, really enjoyed. So I think that our listeners will enjoy as I've enjoyed today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristina. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone, if you're going to listen, spending your 1 hour and finding new tips that I shared here. Have an amazing, beautiful day. Take that little breaks and enjoy your life. You're living once. Enjoy your life.
You have only one life. Not to
only one life, and only one. This moment now, today is now. Once, you can't go back to that.
But if you have anything,
enjoy your life. Yeah.
I want to say that if you have any question, if you learn anything from this podcast today, just share with us. Please put in a comment. And, it's going to be an Amazon, Apple, and YouTube channel video in my Facebook group. I will show that. And, thank you so much again. And Marijana, I wish you all the best. Thank you. And we'll have you again next year.
Okay. I will be happy to see you again.
About your course, just to share it much more. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Thank you so much. It was lovely.
Thank you. Have a lovely days, nights, wherever you are.
Whenever you are in the world. Thank you. Bye for now.